All right, we have arrived at our final speaker for today, Mel Underbakke, who has hosted Grieving for Gaza for the past 44 weeks at the Water Street Park in Decorah. Yeah, that's a huge round of applause. Solidarity every single week. She has also worked for the Coalition for Civil Freedoms as the Deputy Executive Director, and today she's going to remind us why our solidarity must be global. Let's give it up for Mel.
So thank you, Josh, for inviting me to speak. And I'm the Executive Director of the Coalition for Civil Freedoms. We're a national nonprofit organization founded in 2010. Our mission is to defend civil liberties and freedoms, promote a fair U.S. criminal justice system, and advocate for the rights of prisoners targeted in the war on terror. This ongoing war kicked into high gear after 9/11, when the FBI was given the task of preventing the next terror attack. It turned out that terrorists were hard to find, and so they began preemptively prosecuting people, mostly Muslims, for crimes that had not happened. Initial targets were Palestinian Americans who were influential, and particularly those who were supportive of Palestinian rights. One of these was Dr. Samuel Arian, who was actually our founder of the Coalition for Civil Freedoms. He was a colleague and friend of mine at the University of South Florida. So he was tenured, highly respected, etc., but he was also a political activist working quite effectively for the rights of Palestinians. So he was tried for material support to terrorism. Although not convicted by the jury, he still spent 6 years in prison, mostly in solitary, and another 5 years under house arrest before being deported to Turkey. Another example of this type of prosecution is the Holy Land Five. They were the largest Islamic charity in the United States, helping people all over our country and the world. But because they provided food and aid to women and children in Gaza, they were targeted by the United States and Israel. The two very good men who founded it, Shukri Abu Bakr and Ghassan Alashi, are currently serving 65 years in federal prison. They were both in their 50s when this trial happened, so that is a life sentence for these really good people. So another popular way to find terrorists is to send informants into mosques to befriend vulnerable people, usually young men, and befriend them and goad them into saying something stupid and recording these things to play to a jury later on. And the results are usually sentences that are decades long, sometimes life. So our coalition has a database with over 1,000 cases like these. CCF works to advocate for and support these political prisoners and their families. Two important current campaigns. Our legal department has been successful in getting a number of people out of prison on compassionate release. And, yeah, okay. And we've got more people on the list. We just need more lawyers to help with the work. It's a lot of work. And a number of our prisoners are also indigent, and so we send them monthly financial support. So of course, these kinds of witch hunts have gone on long before 9/11. But after 9/11, Muslims became the target. And it won't stop there. Now the genocide in Gaza is providing another rationale for depriving people of their civil rights. The FBI Director Wray has said that this will increase domestic radicalization for years to come, and that our biggest threat is homegrown terrorists, and that is us. And so they're now looking for terrorists on college campuses, at demonstrations opposing genocide, and other places, and they're going after immigrants in a major way. So, however, none of these people are dangerous. So the true danger is the loss of civil liberties. So this is not the time to be silent. We need to stand together and make our voices heard. Solidarity forever.